Hello, good morning, students. Today's transcription number 289 on the speed of 100 words per minute. Start. Mr. Speaker, Sir, Part 16 of the Commissioner's report deals with his investigation into the operation of the safeguards provided for the Anglo-Indian community. Last year, I was severely and even bitterly critical of that part of the Commissioner's report which related to my community. This year, I do not propose to be so critical. The report is a little more full this year, but may I say this to the Commissioner that I think it would have been even fuller if he had maintained closer liaison with the All India Anglo-Indian Association. This body is the only organization representative of my community throughout the country, and if he maintains that liaison with this association, he will be able to secure data and information which he cannot possibly get from any other source. May I say this that I had an opportunity recently of having a discussion with the Commissioner, and as a result of that discussion, I am glad to say some of my doubts have been allayed. I shall deal first with the question of employment. Article 336 of the Constitution provides certain reservations for the Anglo-Indian community in certain services. May I say here that my community is facing a fiercely acute unemployment problem? My own estimate is that at least 30% of the able-bodied men of my community are today without work. Perhaps it is an affliction which they suffer in common with the other communities in the country at large. The Commissioner has rightly observed that the reservations in certain services for my community are not being filled. But I join issue with him when he says that the reasons are that suitably qualified Anglo-Indians are not forthcoming for these jobs, and that is why these vacancies are not being filled. May I tell him that, on the one hand, while these vacancies in certain services are not being filled, on the other hand, there are hundreds, not only suitably qualified, but perhaps thousands of more than suitably qualified Anglo-Indians who are working on mere pittance. There are several reasons for the same, and the most important ones for these vacancies not being filled up are, in my opinion, the following. These vacancies are not at all properly advertised. I do not mean that these vacancies are not advertised in the press at all.